How to Start Investing in 2026, the definitive guide. If you're about to invest in 2026, stop for 20 seconds, because there's a mistake that almost everyone makes on their first purchase. It seems like a small thing, but it costs you years of returns. In this video, I'll give you a simple, step-by-step guide to starting from scratch without burning money chasing trends or Telegram signals. And at the end, I'll show you exactly what to buy and where to click on the app to make your first purchase cleanly. If you skip this step, you risk starting out at a loss without even realizing it. Okay, before we get to the practical part, I need to make one fundamental thing clear. Keeping your money idle is not a neutral choice. There are two forces working against you, and if you understand them, half the work is done. Leaving your money in your account is causing you to lose money. Why can't we afford to leave our money sitting in our accounts in 2026? For two reasons that have nothing to do with you, but with how the world works. The first enemy? Inflation. If your money is sitting still, it's not safe. It's losing purchasing power. Year after year, you can buy less with the same amount of money. A simple example, food. A few years ago, a quick lunch cost $9. Today, you often spend $13 or $14. Same lunch, different price. So yes, you still see $10,000 in your account, but in real life, it's worth less. Investing is one of the few realistic ways to at least try to keep up. Second enemy? Time. But here, it is on your side. Compound interest. This is when returns start working for you. Not just your money, also the gains on your gains. Put in $1,000 and make 10%. After a year, you have $1,100. After 2 years, the 10% is no longer on the $1,000. It's on the $1,100. So you earn $110, not $100. At first, it seems like nothing. Then, after 10, 15, 20 years, that difference becomes huge. The problem is that many people give up in the first 2 years because nothing happens. But that's exactly where you win. Investing is boring at first and powerful in the end. Now the question is, okay, how do you do it in practice without hurting yourself? Okay, so we understand why leaving your money idle penalizes you. Now the question becomes, what is the easiest and safest way to get started without complicating your life?
Why ETFs are the best choice for beginners. You can invest in 1,000 things, property, gold, even collectibles. But if you're starting from scratch in 2026, equity ETFs have 3 clear advantages. 1. Accessibility. You can start with as little as £50 per month. 2. Long-term growth. You're investing in the global economy, not a single bet. 3. Liquidity. If you need to, you can sell with a click and have the money available in a few days. Simple, inexpensive, and above all, sustainable over time. So yes, ETFs are perfect for getting started. But here comes the part that almost everyone skips, and it's the reason why they give up. Before investing, you need to focus on what I'm about to tell you.
Don't invest until you do these 3 things. This is where almost everyone fails. They want profits, but without a foundation. And without a foundation, the first unexpected event will destroy you. If you want to invest seriously in 2026, follow these steps in this order. Emergency fund. Before investing in the stock market, set aside 3 to 6 months worth of essential expenses separately. That way you won't be forced to sell when the market is down. Bad debt. If you have high interest loans or credit cards, pay them off first. It's the best guaranteed return you can get. Tax benefits or contributions. If you have tax-advantaged plans or money added by your employer, take advantage of them. It's free money. Okay, if you've sorted out these 3 things, you're now in the right position to really invest. And this is where the question everyone asks comes in. Okay, but what should I actually buy? This is where many people look for the tip of the day, but the answer that works in the long term is much simpler. The secret trick is to be boring. Why global ETFs win. This is where many people expect the secret trick, the tip, the name to buy today. But the truth is the opposite. If you want to win, you have to be boring. And in 2026, for 90% of those starting from scratch, there is only one smart choice: a global ETF. What is an ETF? It's a basket. There isn't a single company in it, there are hundreds, often thousands. So instead of betting on whether Tesla will make a splash or Apple will beat expectations, you buy a piece of the global economy and you let the world work for you. Why does it work? 1. Diversification. If one company does badly, it doesn't ruin your life because you have 1,000, 2,000 others to balance it out. 2. Low costs. Banks often sell you products full of commissions, 2%, 3% per year. It doesn't seem like much, but over time, it's a blow because they take it from you every year, even when the market is doing badly. A serious ETF costs a fraction of that, and over 10, 20 years, this difference can amount to thousands, often tens of thousands of pounds that stay with you, not the bank. 3. Simplicity. You don't have to read financial statements, you don't have to guess the news, you don't have to be a genius. You only have to do one thing: buy consistently and give it time. Okay, so we've chosen the right tool, a global ETF, simple and boring. But now comes the other half of the battle. It's not just what you buy, it's how you buy it. If you're with me so far, tell me what you think in the comments and subscribe. We'll move on to packs in a moment, and then I'll show you what to click on the app. Because if you start looking for the perfect moment, you'll end up standing still. And that's where packs come in. Don't try to guess the market. Automate. I'll wait for the market to crash, then I'll buy at a discount. How many times have I heard that? And I understand you. It seems like a smart strategy. The problem is that while you wait for minus 20%, the market can easily go up plus 30%, plus 40%, even plus 50%, and you're left out. Then, when you finally decide to get in, you get in higher than where you are today, and you feel unlucky too. In 2026, the most effective strategy for those starting from scratch remains 1, the PAC, or accumulation plan. Translated, you invest a fixed amount every month without trying to guess the perfect moment. Why does it work? If the market is high, you buy fewer shares with the same amount. If the market is low, you buy more shares, and that's when you're really buying at a discount. This way, you do two important things. You average the entry price, and above all, you get rid of the question that blocks you every month. Should I enter now or wait? With the PAC, you don't have to be good, you have to be consistent, and that's the difference that pays off. And here we come to the point. The PAC only works if you are consistent, and the easiest way to be consistent is this: make the money disappear from your account. Human beings are programmed for two things: to be afraid and to spend what they see in their account. That's why if you want your investment to really work, you have to remove yourself from the equation. Automate. The rule is simple. Invest the day after you receive your salary. Don't wait until the end of the month saying, let's see what's left, because I'll tell you, there's never anything left. There's always an expense, an unexpected event, or yet another gadget. So do something smart. Set up an automatic transfer from your bank to your broker. It has to become a habit that doesn't require willpower. The money has to disappear from your account before you can turn it into a dinner out, a weekend away, or yet another gadget. Because this is the truth. If you don't see it, you don't spend it. And if you don't spend it, you can build wealth without even noticing. Perfect. Now that you've made everything automatic, there's one more thing that determines whether this plan works or not: how you react when the market goes down. The real risk isn't losing, it's selling in a panic. Risk isn't a graph. Risk is a feeling in your stomach. Let's do a simple test. You've invested $10,000. Tomorrow, a crisis breaks out. You open the app and see $7,000, 30% less. Now tell me the truth. Can you sleep that night? Or do you feel like selling everything to save yourself? Because here, it's not about how good you are. It's about how much you can withstand. If the answer is no, I can't handle it, it doesn't mean you're stupid or that you shouldn't invest. It just means that the portfolio is too aggressive for you. And the solution is simple. Balance it with more stable instruments, such as bonds or less volatile instruments. There is no medal for having the most reckless portfolio. There is only one rule. You must build a portfolio that allows you to stay invested when the storm hits. Because the real defeat is not seeing minus 30% on the screen. It is selling in a panic and running away just when the market is offering you better prices. Okay, so the point is not to avoid fluctuations, it is to build a plan that allows you to remain invested even when you see red. And now let's get to the practical part. I'll take you into the app and show you step by step what to click to make your first purchase without making a mistake. From zero to your first ETF, what to click. Okay, now let's get down to business. Imagine you have your broker's app in front of you. Here are the steps. Step 1. Search. Don't type good ETF or cool shares in the search bar. You'll get lost. Look for a specific code, the ISIN or ticker of the ETF you have chosen, like VWCE, SWDA, those ones. It is unique, so you don't risk buying the wrong instrument. Step 2. Choose the order. You usually have two options: market order and limit order. With a market order, you buy immediately at the current price. This is fine for long-term investors. The limit is only buy if it drops to X. But if you're just starting out, don't go crazy trying to save a few pence. The goal is to get started. Step 4. Amount and fractions. Many brokers allow fractional purchases. So if a share costs $100 and you want to start with $50, you can do so. This eliminates the number one excuse: I'll wait until I have enough. Step 5. Recurring purchases. Here's the smart part. You set the amount, $200, $100, whatever you can afford. You set the date, like the 5th of the month, and then the app does everything on its own. This is the real secret. Don't be consistent when you feel like it. Be consistent because it's automatic. You disappear and let the machines do the work. And now that you've seen what to click, let's talk about the thing that decides whether you really earn: your head. The psychology of the long term. Investing is 10% mathematics and 90% mindset, temperament. And if you really stick with it, there are 3 moments that will happen to you 100% of the time, guaranteed. First moment, the market drops. You open the app, see red, and feel like an idiot. Then your friend who never invests shows up and says, "I told you so." The temptation is to run away, and that's where people lose. Second moment, the market goes up. You feel like a genius, and the temptation becomes the opposite. You put in too much, increase the risk, maybe even go into debt. Don't do it, because euphoria does more damage than panic. Third moment, FOMO. You see someone making a killing on a crypto meme and it burns you. Why not me? Remember this, for every person who makes plus 1,000%, there are thousands who lose everything in silence, and no one talks about them. Perfect. Enough theory. Let's put it all into practice with an easy, excuse-proof plan. My challenge for you. Enough watching videos, because theory without action is just entertainment. So here's my challenge for you. 3 days, 3 steps, no excuses. Day 1. Choose a regulated broker and open an account. 10 minutes, done. Day 2. Make a transfer, even a small one. £50 is fine. The goal is 1. To get started. Break the ice. Day 3. Look for a global ETF and make your first purchase. Even a fractional share if you like. The important thing is to get started. If you do these 3 things, you're already ahead of most people who will continue to study for months and never get started. Remember, the best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments. See you soon.